Hi friends, I'm Masood, and in this tutorial we're going to see how to make a simple 2D motion graphics for iPhone's birthday. So as always, first of all we make a new composition. It doesn't matter what the background color is because we're going to make a background ourselves. So I choose the rectangle tool and I make a background. I want the color of the background to be a light gray, so I choose this color. In Effects and Presets, search Gradients and then choose 4-color gradient. I want my background to be between the light gray and dark gray, so I pick the colors like this. Next step is to create iPhone 3GS. First of all, its body. Create a rectangle and disable its fill. Then make the stroke a little thicker and the rectangle a little rounder. I also want the body to be a little darker. We should look at iPhone 3GS and try to make our rectangle more like that. Hit S on your keyboard to bring the scale and change it a little bit. Now I think this looks like iPhone 3GS. Next, we should add trim path to animate our object. Set both of start and end on 0, then choose end and click on stopwatch. Around 1 second later, make the end 100%. Now we have this little animation, but it's not smooth, so I use speed graph. Now our animation is smooth. Next we should add a display, so I duplicate the iPhone's body layer. Now hit S to bring up scale and change it. Our display shouldn't be as thick, so I make it narrower and it shouldn't be round. So I turn off the roundness. Choose both iPhone's display and iPhone's body layer and align them. The display is not still perfect, so I change it again. Align the display and body layer once more to center the display. I don't want the display to take shape at the same time as the body, so I move the display layer a little further. I think this looks much better. Next step is to add iPhone 3GS's home button. Choose the Ellipse tool and pick up a little circle. Make the fill color darker. If you look at iPhone 3GS's photo, you can see there is a concave look about its home button. To reach that look, we should use gradient ramp. Drag and drop it on the ellipse. Place the black and white color on ellipse. Play with the points to reach a better look. I increase the percent of blend with original a little bit to have a more natural look. You can change the color between black and white to have a more natural home button. Now I think our home button looks good. Now I want to add a trim path to this layer too. And I do exactly the same as I did before. Next step is to add a rectangle to our home button. I choose rounded rectangle tool for this purpose, but it's a little more rounded than I like, so I reduce the roundness. I disable the fill and give a little thickness to stroke. Hit S on your keyboard to bring up scale. Scale the rectangle a little down and put it at the center of our home button. Rectangle to appear after our home button animation is completed. So I take the layer in timeline a little further and I add a trim path to this layer too. Now our animation looks like this. We just miss a little detail and that's the speaker. In order to create the speaker, once more I use the rectangle tool. We should make the speaker a little round. To make the speaker look more natural, we should use the gradient ramp. So I copy the gradient ramp in home button and paste it on shape layer 3, which is our speaker. As you can see, there is no gradient in our speaker, so we should change the position of our points. I also increase the ramp scatter to give it a more natural look. You can use trim path to appear the speaker too, but I wanna use opacity. Hit T on your keyboard to bring up opacity, click on stopwatch, make it 0, go a little further, and then make it 100%. Now you can see our animation is almost complete. I just want to add a happy birthday text and finish the project. So I click on type tool and write happy birthday. I want the happy birthday text appear after our animation is finished, so I take the layer a little further on timeline. Our iPhone should go up as the text is appearing. So I choose all of our iPhone layers and make a pre-composition. Choose the pre-composition and hit P to bring up position. I want our iPhone to go up after about 2 seconds. So click on the stopwatch there and then about half a second later bring the iPhone up. Then I use speed graph to make this movement smooth. And now you can see iPhone is moving up smoothly. Well, last job is to fade in our text. Press T on your keyboard to bring on opacity. Make the opacity 0 exactly when our iPhone is going up. And click on the stopwatch. And when our iPhone goes up, bring the opacity up to 100%. Now we completed our little motion graphic. Thanks everyone for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more.